Nathan Hayes wasn't the type of man who swept women off their feet with grand gestures or poetic words. He was grounded, an architect who found joy in blueprints, strong coffee, and late-night documentaries. In his quiet way, he built a life of routine, comfort, and deep commitment. He met Erica Chambers at a charity art show. She was lively, radiant, and unpredictable, a painter with fire in her spirit. They were opposites, but something clicked. Her chaos balanced his calm. Her laughter pulled him out of his shell. He gave her stability, she gave him color. They married after 2 years of dating. A small ceremony in a garden surrounded by autumn leaves. Nathan remembered how she looked walking down the aisle, her eyes locked on his, her hands trembling as she said her vows. He believed every word. They moved into a townhouse near the lake. He built her a studio on the top floor. She filled the walls with sketches, canvases, and dreams. Nathan designed a nursery even before they talked about kids. In his mind, they were building forever. He was the type to bring her tea while she painted, to remind her to eat, to pick up groceries without being asked. And he never needed recognition for those things. He did them because he loved her. Because love, to him, was shown in consistency. But forever, he learned, had cracks he didn't see coming. It started with absences. Erica's late nights at the gallery. Business trips that appeared last minute. The way her smile no longer reached her eyes. She said she was working on her next big exhibit, one that would change everything. Nathan, always supportive, nodded and cooked dinner for one. Then came the little lies. He found 2 wine glasses in the sink when she was supposed to be alone. A men's scarf left on the studio couch. She brushed them off with half-truths and kisses meant to distract. She became increasingly distant. Her eyes wandered during conversations. Her laughter felt forced. She started locking her phone. She turned it over whenever it buzzed. When he asked her about it, she snapped, "Do you not trust me?" Nathan's instincts, honed from years of solving problems with precision, wouldn't quiet. He became quiet too, watched more, asked less. Until one night, when she left her phone charging in the kitchen, and a message flashed on the screen. "I dreamt about last night. I still taste your name." His heart thundered. His breath caught. He didn't unlock the phone. He didn't need to. He knew. His world fractured. He didn't confront her right away. Instead, he waited, observed, collected pieces, emails, receipts, a hotel booking in her name with 2 guests, messages on their shared laptop she forgot to log out of. The man was her art dealer, Miles Grant, a smooth-talking entrepreneur with a reputation for sleeping with his clients. Erica had once called him a necessary evil. Turns out, he was more necessary than Nathan ever knew. He started seeing their patterns. Times they were together. Events they both attended. All the late-night openings she didn't invite him to. It all connected now. Nathan confronted her on a rainy Thursday. "Is it true?" he asked, placing the printed messages on the table. She stared, silent, guilty, caught. Tears followed. Excuses, apologies, promises to fix it. "I didn't mean to hurt you," she whispered. "I was lost." "You were found, in someone else's bed," he replied. She begged him to stay. Said it was just a phase. A mistake. That she loved him. But Nathan had already lost something much bigger, his trust. He packed a bag, left that night. No goodbyes, no second chances. He filed for divorce the next day. Friends were shocked. His family heartbroken. Erica tried to delay it. Tried to seduce him into forgetting. But Nathan had already mourned her. He moved into a downtown loft. Minimalist, clean, quiet, just like him. He stopped checking her socials. Stopped replying to her emails. The silence was healing. The finality was freeing. And in that silence, he found a version of himself that had been buried beneath sacrifice. He started sketching again, not buildings, but memories. Painful ones, cathartic ones. He turned them into art. Then stories. Then lectures. He journaled daily, recorded every emotion, documented every breakdown and breakthrough. At night, he walked the empty streets, listening to jazz and letting the city's rhythm replace the chaos in his head. He reconnected with old friends. Took trips. Explored museums. Joined writing groups. He was invited to speak at universities, writing conferences, support groups. He told people, sometimes you have to burn the house down to rebuild it stronger. And they believed him. 2 years later, Nathan stood at another art show. This time, his own. His gallery was filled with haunting sketches of broken homes, faceless lovers, and doors half open. At the center was a piece called The Unspoken Goodbye, a portrait of a man watching the woman he loves walk into a storm, never looking back. A woman approached him. She was quiet, elegant, with eyes that saw too much. "I read your essay in The Atlantic. It saved me," she said. He smiled. Then it was worth the ink. They talked, not about the past, but about survival, hope, art, healing. Her name was Elise. She'd left a decade-long relationship when she discovered her fiancé had been living a double life. She had buried her pain in paintings too. They compared notes, shared laughs, cried quietly over tea. And for the first time in years, Nathan felt something stir in his chest. Not love. Not yet. But something like the beginning of it. And that was enough. They took long walks through the city, explored bookstores, cooked together on Sundays. Slowly, deliberately, like a painting that demanded time and intention. They never rushed. Elise never asked for explanations. And Nathan never demanded apologies for the ghosts they both carried. Together, they built something from scratch, new, untainted, fragile yet brave. One morning, a letter arrived. It was from Erica. She apologized, said she had made the biggest mistake of her life. That Miles had moved on. That she missed the way Nathan made her feel safe. That she still had one of his sweaters and sometimes wore it when she couldn't sleep. He read it, then folded it away. Not because he hated her, but because he had nothing more to say. His life no longer belonged to the version of him she destroyed. He was someone else now. Someone better. 3 years after the divorce, Nathan stood on the stage of a TEDx event. He looked out at a crowd of strangers, survivors, seekers, dreamers. And told them, sometimes, love fails you. But what you build afterward, that's yours. Unbreakable. Elise watched from the front row, eyes shining. After the talk, people approached him, hugged him, thanked him. His story had become more than pain. It had become a bridge. That night, as they walked home hand in hand, Elise whispered, "Do you ever regret it?" He looked at her. "No, because if I hadn't lost that life, I would have never found this one." They stopped on a bridge overlooking the river. He kissed her, and in that moment, Nathan knew. This was love. Not perfect. But real. Earned. His. She broke her vows, but I found myself on the other side of them, and built a life worth keeping.